Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to use dashboards in Traction. So once you log into Traction, it's going to take you to your project home screen where you're going to see any number of projects that have your name attached to them in some way. We're going to ignore this list down here because in order to get to dashboards, we have to go to the upper left where you see these three bars, and we're going to click on that and it gives you a whole series of things you can choose from. So we're actually going to scroll down and go to Report Dashboard. In order to see anything here, the dashboards have to already have been created. So I have two dashboards I've already created. I am not going to show you how to create them. I'm going to show you how to consume a dashboard. If there is additional project information you would like to see or you want a dashboard to look different, just come to me and I will create it. Dashboards are actually the least intuitive part of Traction. It took me a while to learn how to put them together. So I'm not sure it's really worth our time to learn how to create reports and charts and dashboards. I'll just create them for you and you can come in here and consume them. So the one I'm going to show you today is the one on top called DMAIC Projects at a Glance. So we're just going to click View and it's going to take you to a screen that shows this dashboard. A dashboard is a collection of reports and charts. So you're going to see several things on this screen. The first thing that we see in DMAIC projects at a glance, if you look at this first title bar, is active DMAIC projects. And if you want to understand a little bit about how the report was created, you can click on the eye with the circle, the information button, and it's going to show you exactly what filters that I used so that you have a firm understanding of what this report represents. So in the chart, we see that we have a number of DMAIC projects. If I hover over define, it shows us that we have 2 projects in the define phase and 3 projects that are in the improve phase. If we scroll down a little, it will show you where those projects are. So we have 2 that are applicable to all branches, one for YDE, one for Metro, and one for Clipper. And if we scroll down a little more, you actually see some detail about each of those projects. So we've got one about restructure, YDE recruit and retain, MS Teams, et cetera, et cetera. Notice that all of these project titles are in blue, which means that it is a hyperlink. And if you want to get additional information about a project, you could click into it and it will show you further information. We'll do that in just a moment. We're going to continue to scroll down in this dashboard because this is not the only report that's in the dashboard. Now we see we have a second report that's part of this dashboard called completed DMAIC projects with some similar information. So we have a chart here that shows us that we've had 10 Metro projects and then one at a variety of branches or perhaps even YDE. And we've got the legend over here as well. Continuing to scroll down, we have a brief descriptor of each one of those projects where the title is in blue. Again, we could click on that to get some details about that project. In order to show you that, I'm going to actually scroll back up to one we're currently working on. Might be a little more interesting. So let's click on this one called Microsoft Teams Rollout. When we click on the title of the project, it takes us to the charter homepage. As a member of leadership who is consuming status reports, so you want to know where are we with the project, what's happening right now, I'm going to encourage you to skip the charter, skip the project work, because this is where the team leader is entering information, and I want you to go all the way over to the storyboard tab. So you're going to click on the third tab where it says A3 and storyboard, and I'm instructing everybody to use the storyboard as a place to put all of their updates. So I would recommend that you come into the storyboard. And now what you're going to see here, you're going to be able to scroll down in a linear fashion, and you're going to be able to see the phases, the business questions, and the answers, and any relevant graphics that your team leaders have uploaded for you to get an understanding of where this project is. This Microsoft Teams rollout happens to be a DMAIC project. So the phases you're going to see are define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. So we're just going to scroll down slowly, and you'll see that in the define phase, here's a business question, here's the answer. Here's the next business question with an answer. So the answers are going to be either text, or they're going to be graphs, or they might be a combination of text and some sort of graphic. Now we're going into the measure phase where you have a business question, how bad is the problem, with some corresponding analyses, and a text answer, what data have you collected? For this question, we actually have multiple graphics because we collected quite a bit of data. We're scrolling down into the analyze phase. So as a leader, you already know, oh, this team is at least in the analyze phase because we've got business questions and answers for everything up until this point. So here we have fishbone for root cause. Now we're in the improve phase. So we are listing and showing some graphics for potential solutions. We've got a to-be process map. And then this is as far down as we are able to scroll. So this is how we know that this is where the team is right now. So we're going to scroll up to the last text answer, and we're going to get some sort of indication of where the team is with this project. So we can read here, we're currently in the cleanup process for Teams, the way it was implemented during COVID. So as a person who's trying to understand where we are with this project, you can read this text answer. You can see the last graphic image that was put in here as a project plan, and you can get an idea of where this team is with this particular project. So that is how we use dashboards, and then specifically click into a project and go to the storyboard tab to understand where we are with status.